right, what up, everybody? This is J-Ro on the radio in the Swag Lab, giving you hip-hop, reggae, and R&B on KCSB 91.9 FM in Santa Barbara. We got one of the most unique underground rappers right now in the game on the phone, straight out of Philly, Gilbere. What up, Gilbere Forte?
What's going on, girl? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Great. All right, so let's talk about, I know you have a really interesting upbringing, especially in the music sector. So tell everybody how you began your interest in music and rapping in particular.
Oh, man. Yeah, and honestly, I think I was a music child. You know, a lot of people are born into a family of musicians, and, I was born into a family who listened to good music. So a lot of my influences came at an early age from listening to stuff like Sade and Michael McDonald, Phil Collins, a lot of stuff that my parents were listening to. And probably when I was like 6 or 7 is when I got introduced to like a lot of hip-hop stuff that my brother was putting me on to, a lot of Snoop Dogg stuff, Tupac stuff.
Uh-oh.
From that point on, it started to move forward, and that's why I took interest in wanting to create. And I was just a fan of sound when it came to hip-hop and just came to music in general, so.
That's tight. All right. That's tight, Snoopy, D-O-double-G. Well, I know you went to Temple University for entrepreneurship and business, and that's really sick. And you got an opportunity to do the junior music executive program, and you did an internship at Studio 609, which is a really popular studio in Philly. So congrats on that. And
thank you.
Yeah, it's really tight. So I know that was a great influence for you, but let's talk about who you met at your time at Temple. You're one of your producers on your first mixtape, 87 Dreams, Rock. So how was it working with Rock on your first mixtape? Was it hard to work with a producer for the first time, or was it easy because you were friends?
No, it was actually cool because when I had got to Temple in 2006, he was actually one of the first people I ever met on campus, and then we became homeboys. And right after that, I found out he was in a production. You know, we both started production at an early age, right 8th grade or 9th grade. And to see that he was using the same type of programs and stuff that I was using, we were able to build really easily. And at first, it was kind of like a little battle between me and him as far as our beats go and stuff like that.
Oh, my God.
It's all good. But we just got to a point that we saw what each other were trying to do, and I saw his vision. He being from Bangladesh, and me being from Flint, Michigan, in the Midwest area. I saw a lot of his music was very emotion driven and film score inspired, and so that's kind of the stuff that I was pursuing as far as creating from a production standpoint. So during my time in my internships, I spent a lot of time writing music, and I was gearing up to kind of put myself out there as an artist. And that's when me and him sat down, we put the plan together, and I'm like, let's collab. And before you know it, we started making a bunch of records, and 87 Dreams was released.
That's tight. 87 Dreams is really tight. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
Sick. So let's talk about your mixtape that is currently out, Eyes of Veritas, which is presented by Smoking Section Hall of Fame. Shout out to that.
Shout out to those guys.
What does this really mean? I'm lost. What is Veritas? I'm so confused.
Veritas means truth. And what I wanted to do with this particular project, I wanted to kind of consider myself being the eyes of truth. The music that I'm presenting to the world is truth above everything else that's out there in the marketplace. I hear it a lot from my peers and people that I know, like, it's a bunch of BS out there, and I don't like this, and I don't like that. And I kind of took that upon myself to say, you know what, I'm going to make some music that everybody can appeal to, and it's actually telling you what's real. And I kind of looked at Eyes of Veritas in comparison to 87 Dreams. I looked at Veritas as being a statement for me. And 87 Dreams, it was my opportunity to introduce myself to the world, show how diverse I was with the songs that I was making, with the production that me and Rock were doing. And so Veritas, it came out really crazy. I had an opportunity to work with Don Cannon. He's a local Philly guy, too. Yeah, me and Cannon were cool for a minute, and I actually met him at Studio 609 when I was interning there. So we just kept a real good rapport. And, I was the type of person that really wanted to hone my craft before I really showed it to anyone. And a person like Cannon, who was super huge, I was like, I'm just going to keep working. And I told him that I was working on something, and he was like, okay, when you're ready, let me know. And, when I came forth with my artistry and 87 Dreams, and he heard that, he was like, I'm ready to rock with whatever you want to do. And that's how Veritas came about. And, I had the opportunity to work with some good producers on there. Boy Wonder, Bink, Lex Luger, Cannon himself. So it was a real beautiful project in the end.
Don Cannon, that's huge. That is like the biggest thing ever. The Cannon. I'm just kidding. No, He's really sick. That's a blessing right there. I was shocked when I found that. I was like, God, no wonder this mixtape is so tight. You know, I mean, obviously you're dope, but the beats are insane on this whole mixtape. So shout out to Don Cannon. All right, so let's talk about your mixtape since we already started talking about Eyes of Veritas. The first song I want to talk about is obviously Veritas, number 2 on the mixtape. This song made me notice you because this whole track is completely insane. The beat is insane. Your verses are insane on the whole track. But, you know, you talked about your upcoming on the path to fame. And do you feel content in the direction you're going in your career?
I think where I want to go, it changes all the time because the world evolves so fast. And the way music changes every second, I'm always more motivated and inspired to do more things. So I kind of think that the direction that I'm heading into is always going to be up. It's always going to be forward. And a lot of my music tends to be ahead of itself. And there's songs that I've made that, you know, I might put to the side, and a month, 2 months, maybe 8 months later, I go back and listen to it. And that's where I am at the moment. And so when I look at myself doing that, and then I look at the way the whole music world is evolving, it's kind of like I can go any direction I want, but I'm always going to move forward. I'm always going to be ahead of the curve.
Dang, you were really, really passionate. That's very good. Very proud of you.
You got to be.
Yeah. Well, also, you always say 87 Dreams. You know, you rep 87. I just want to say I'm 88, and we're going to have to beef that out, okay? I mean, you have to shout that on every track. Come on. I'm just kidding. Anyways, let's talk about your number 9 song on your mixtape, Die For You. I love this track. It's bomb.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My first question is this you singing on the track?
Yes.
Okay, that is insane. You need to be an R&B singer. I am not kidding. I'm listening. I'm like, is this him singing? This is insane. We need to do a duet right now. That's how I felt. Like, it's just, I don't know, you're a good singer, first of all, on top of the rapping. But yeah, let's talk about the song. So you're talking about a girl who you thought was always there for you, and you wish the girl would have been more patient with you on your walk to fame. And I know you had a lot of passion about this girl. So who is this girl, and do you still talk to her, low-key?
No, I don't. It's actually, it's actually someone from the past, and you know, it was written about a lot of issues that I had with this girl, and I was always one who wanted to kind of get the same support that you give the other person, and seeing as though like I was getting into my music very heavily, and I knew exactly what comes with trying to take on the music world and trying to pursue it at this level. And, you know, I was just kind of looking for that crutch. And someone will say they're going to be your crutch, but, you know, they don't necessarily actually plant 2 feet in the ground and be that. So, you know, I was able to get off a lot of emotion in that record. And that's actually one of my favorite joints, too. Yeah, I was very descriptive with that.
You were. I was feeling really like I was going to cry at the end. I was like, oh my God, I feel so bad for him. Who's this girl? Okay, well, the next one I want to talk about is Ballad of the Bullet featuring G. Lee.
Man.
Yeah, this song is out of control. I just want to say my favorite song on the mixtape, hands down. And you're talking about how the game would never change you, and you're in the game for doing music for materialistic things. Where is the clip in this song from? And are you a religious person? Because it kind of seems like it from the clip.
I think with this particular record, like I said, Eyes of Veritas was a statement. And I wanted to showcase a lot of my different emotions with all the songs that led up to that, because I kind of look at every project as being like an audio movie. So there was a reason why that track was closer to the end. And, you know, I just felt like we're in a time period now where it's really you go here or you go here. You only have 2 options.
Right.
And it's Ballad of the Bullet. And I was inspired by a piece by Malcolm X, which is called Ballad of the Bullet. It's a really good speech that he had. It's like an hour long, but it's really great. And kind of looked at the industry and looked at what I was trying to do, and I felt like the music industry is still in a very dark place. And, you know, a lot of the imagery and symbolism and stuff that's going on, I don't necessarily like it and don't like the message that it's presenting. So I kind of look at this record as being my stance against that, and also letting the people in the world who support it know that I'll never back down. And there's not a point where, you know, I'll ever fall, because what I'm coming with is something that's too incredible. And but yeah,
too incredible, not just incredible.
And then, you know, my homegirl G. Lee, she came there and blessed the record, and that to me was another movie.
Right.
You know, I really wanted to touch base and just really get real descriptive with my words, so people can really figure out what was going on in my head at the time when I wrote the record, and just know that there's a true message out there in music, and sometimes it's right in front of your eyes, even when they're closed.
Right. Are you religious, though? Because there's a lot of relations to God in your tracks. I was just wondering if you're a really spiritual person.
Yeah, I can say that I'm a very spiritual person, do believe in a higher being, but I kind of look at my life as being my religion, what I do every day, because what keeps my music as pure as the way it is because I feel like my imagination is my reality. So whatever I create in my mind is what allows me to create this music. And when I look at it in that sense, I can say that my life every day is my religion, but I do believe in a higher being.
Or music is your religion, I don't know. Just kidding. That was a joke. I know, you believe in a higher being. I do too, don't worry. I feel you. All right, so let's talk about your new mixtape that's coming out. I'm really, really excited. 87 Dreams to Reality. It's coming out soon.
Oh, man. Yeah,
So
crazy.
Let's talk about the new single that just came out last week. I noticed last week, I Be On My Chill. The vibe is really different. Say some, controversial things. The one line that I can't get over is talking about two girls kissing and saying, I might be a Christian, but I ain't saying nothing. I had to laugh. I had to laugh in that part. I'm like, is he being real right now? This is insane. So what gave you the inspiration for this track? And are you chilling right now in this point in your career? Are you just letting people hype you up or what?
No. I would probably say, the inspiration behind this record is like, when you go out with your friends, you go into a party or you go into a club and you guys are doing your own thing. You're in your own space. And you tend to see a lot of people who may know you went to school with them or you might have known them cordially. And they're just like super hyped for no reason. And so you're like, wait. And then you're like, you with your folks and your friends, you're like, okay, you're too hyped. Calm down. We're all here. They haven't seen you in a while. So it's kind of like that thing. And I just wanted to make it like a really cool record that people can just vibe out to and just have fun with.
Yeah.
And so I just started getting a little comical on it and having fun with the record.
Yeah, it was definitely a little comical in places. But yeah, I can definitely picture myself, chilling out, partying to the song. So that's sick.
And there's always that hype person in the room and you're like, chill.
I feel you. They are the worst sometimes. We need to control that.
Yeah, they are the worst. They are the worst.
All right, so I know you're coming to LA soon in November, so that's sick, at the Key Club. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's going to be my first time at the Key Club, so it's going to be a very epic show.
Oh, really? Cute. Then I have to come. Tight. All right, so let everyone know where they can find you or reach you, find out about these dates.
Yeah, everyone can find information out on me at gilbereforte.com, which is GilbereForte. You can also follow me on Twitter at Gilbere Forte and hit up my Facebook music page, facebook.com/Gilbere Forte Music. And there's all the information on that. 87 Dreams to Reality is going to be coming very soon. It's going to be an incredible project, working with a lot of great people on it. Some of the stuff that I've released so far, Tyga, Burn Me Down record that's out, video's out, super hot. It's gonna be really crazy. I got some very special people on there. I've been working with Pusha T, Jim Jones, Don from Dirty Money, just a bunch of crazy artists that it's so left field, but I'm gonna tie it to everything that I'm doing. So it's gonna be real incredible. I've got a couple records with Bob Sinclair that I've been working on, which is gonna be really dope too. So I want people to check for that stuff too when it comes out.
Wow, you just have opportunities left and right and forward, okay? Like all around 360 for you. All right, well, thank you so much for your time, and I know you're very busy, and I know you're going to be successful and go as high as your heart wants you to in the industries. I know you're very emotional and smart rapper, so I know you're going to go far, and I wish you nothing but the best. All right?
Thank you very much.
All right,
really appreciate it.